Okay, so we're going to talk about how to load your content into your Canvas course. I realize some people haven't done it before and some people haven't done it in a while. So once you go to canvas.unl.edu, you should see a window kind of like this. Your course, you will probably not have nearly the amount of courses on your screen, but you will have some listed. You'll also notice, for example, that you can add images. That's up to you. I usually personally do colors, but yeah, Alan actually does, so there's that. You also, if you didn't know, you can always rename your courses by clicking on the little dots. You can enter a nickname that no one else will see. It'll just be for you. So especially if you have 3 sections of the same class, that can be helpful. And then you can color code them too. So I'm going to go look for one of my unpublished courses, one I haven't loaded yet. I always load one as practice before I send it loose to you guys to see if there's any problems. So we're going to go ahead and go into this course for fall, and we'll see there's nothing in here yet. They're saying create a module, but I've already done the heavy lifting for you. So we're going to go ahead and click import from Commons. And the nice part, at least, if you're only teaching module classes, you can just do this all at once, regardless of what level the class is. You will later have to custom set it up. But for right now, for loading purposes, the nice part that they all are the same. You can load everything at once. So I typed JOMC to locate it. We see the lovely graphic, clearly fall 2020, and the course numbers. I've actually deleted anything that has nothing to do with this semester, but just in case for some reason it showed up, make sure it says fall 2020. We're going to go ahead and click on this. And now we'll be able to see sort of a preview of what's in it. We can get details, course notes, all sorts of stuff. But for what we need to do, we just need to click import and download. Again, if it's your first or second time teaching, you probably don't have a very long list. I obviously have a very long list. So what I'm going to do to find the sections I want is to type fall in 2020. And that immediately narrows down my list. Now you can select multiple sections. I'll only be selecting one because of the things I'm teaching. I've already loaded into the other section, so I don't need to do this. But like, for example, later on with my Intro to Design Thinking, I'll do a similar process to load content between those. So I'm going to go ahead and check it. If you have multiple sections of either 131, 132, or 133, you can load them all from this. The only thing you can't load from this is the 134 course. So let's go ahead and import into the course. And what I usually like to do is go back to my course while it's doing that just to see what's going on with it. So I'm going to locate that. You'll see a box like this normally at the top, and you can click import status. That'll show you that it's running. It may go quickly. Like mine's going fairly quickly right now, but if you wait till later in the week, it may take longer as more and more people are doing stuff on Canvas. As well as it's late at night right now, so that might also be helping me. If you're doing it during the day, keep in mind it could take a while in order to load, but you do have to wait until everything loads to be able to sort of proceed and go on. You don't want to touch anything until everything has loaded. Once it's loaded, I will also note I shouldn't have to make any updates. Fingers crossed. Because if we have to move to online, I will give alternate instructions for you to update your course or add something, send something out to replace with. But once you've loaded it, if you alter any of the pages and you have to update the course, it does undo all those alterations. So again, I don't normally send things out until I'm done. I'm like 99% certain nothing needs to be changed. I've loaded all syllabi, double, triple checked it, made sure everything looks good, as well as you won't most likely see this till later the next day or after that. So if I had to fix it, it'll be done before you even know what's going on. So again, I'm just waiting, and that's why I keep talking. I just want to show you what happens when once this actually loads. Again, it can take a little bit of time, it can take a lot of time. Just depends on time of day, how many people are trying to access Canvas at once. Once you're good, it'll say completed. If for some reason you got an error message, let me know. I run the test because I'm pulling it from the Commons too. It's just like if you were pulling it. And normally, if I don't get an error, you shouldn't get an error either. But if you encountered one, let me know. If we go back to home, then we'll see there is now content loaded in here. We're going to go ahead in a separate video and talk about what you need to turn on. But when you're ready, when you've loaded everything, including your first announcement, go ahead and click publish, and that will actually make your class live for your students. Please note, if you try to email your students before you make the class live, it will not go to them. Email, like mass email, only works once the class is published. Until then, it doesn't go anywhere. So do pay attention to that. I really recommend announcements anyway instead of emailing, because number one, a record remains in Canvas, and number two, it still gets emailed to them, so it's a win-win. But that's the basics of how to load your content and then how you can go ahead and publish it.